Hey everybody, Healthy Prepper here with a thought for the day. How much prepping is too much prepping? How do you know when you're ever really done prepping? When do I have enough stuff? This led me to think about why I was prepping. And I had to start looking at my own personal reasons for prepping. And it started to make me think about why I thought those reasons might actually be the things that are going to happen over any of the other possibilities. And I'm talking about things that people talk about. For example, on the Doomsday Prepper show, you'll often see the start of the show saying, Joe Schmo is preparing for a nuclear war, so he's doing X, Y, and Z. And Sally Schmo is preparing for an economic collapse, so she's doing A, B, and C. And I'm thinking, geez, Healthy Prepper is preparing for EMP and civil unrest, and she's doing A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. But then what about super volcanoes and pandemics and civil unrest and solar flares and asteroids and end times and apocalypse and, you know, there's more and more. There's certainly multitude of reasons why people prep. And let's face it, let's be honest, nobody really knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. So back to the question of how much is too much. Well, since nobody really knows how much is too much, and nobody really knows what's going to happen, kind of leaves us open-ended here in the old prepping world. So we just keep on prepping. Now, some of us are very happy to have a 2-week supply of stuff, a 3-month supply of stuff, a 6-month supply of stuff, because in the back of our minds, we have the reason why we're prepping. But let's just stay open to the fact that we might be wrong, and we don't want to over and we don't want to under prep. But since there's absolutely no way to gauge what's going to happen, it's really hard to decide when it's time to stop prepping. So I'm just coming back to the thought that I'm just going to continue to prep. Obviously, space is going to limit how much I can prep. And I think about my personal family, my extended family, my local community. If I have more preps than I need, I can always share that with the people around me. Plus, I believe you need a community to survive, and you may be feeding other people than yourselves. So be prepared for that, because if others don't have any, they're going to be coming knocking on your door, and you can say, well, I'm not going to give anything to anybody, and that's probably going to happen in many cases, and that's fine. But the thing is, you have to also look at your chances of survival being a lone wolf, and some people will be fine with that. Some people will survive that way, and that's fine, I tend to think we're going to be safer in small communities where we can defend our community, and we're going to have to rely on the stores that we have. I don't want to be out at the store when an SHTF scenario happens, and I do not want to be one of the ones fighting for the water or the food on the shelves when people finally realize there's no more supplies coming. I want to make sure we have enough on hand, for an indeterminate amount of time, again, because we don't know how long this is going to last. But one good point to note is that no matter how much you store, you have to have some type of sustainability, the ability to keep going even after all your storehouse is empty, all your supplies are gone. The gardening, the hunting, the fishing, the trapping, things like that. If anything is long-term, like after an EMP, something like that, we'll definitely have to think of ways to rely on ourselves to produce what we need to produce, because there's just no way we can physically store enough to last everybody for a very long time. So, with those thoughts, I just wanted to toss that out there. What do you guys think as far as how do you know when you're done prepping? How much is too much? And why are you prepping? Do you have a specific reason, or are you thinking, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I just have a sense something's not right, something's going to happen. I don't exactly know what it is, but I just want to make sure I have a few things put aside just in case. And there you have it, folks. The thought of the day. Very looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this one. Take care, everyone. Happy and healthy prepping.